Hey, show number 311, Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. Let me go ahead and post the link in the chat. Everybody wants to join in. This week 8, week 9. We're into May, so things are, I guess, moving forward when it comes to the pandemic. States are starting to reopen a little bit, dip their toes in the water, see what happens. Some other states are still kind of staying locked down. So kind of interesting. Been not a lot of photography for me in the last couple months for sure. But I'm sure some of you have been getting out, so hopefully somebody joins in here a little bit today. I started the show, started the show on time. I just put notification of the show. I didn't put any notification of the show because I was pretty busy here this afternoon doing catching up on some yard work, and then I got stuck in the basement for a few hours, going through the music collection. I got the vinyls pretty well set, but started playing around with the CD player that I still have. That actually it's a DVD player, but works good CD, and trying to make sure I've got all my CDs accounted for in my collection, which over the years I've done a few different things with as far as places to store it and that type of thing. And I created pretty much a Google spreadsheet. And I've got pretty much all the vinyls on there, but CDs mostly. But I'm noticing there's some that I'm missing. So I've been kind of going in and taking advantage of the collection feature on Discogs to pull that stuff together, because it's got a nice layout and format. So I got stuck doing that, and I was like, oh crap, it's after 5, almost 5:30. So I got a little distracted with that. I'm going to be distracted with that for quite a while, because I've got I've got about 450 something like that, 450 CDs. I've got 300 albums, 301, maybe 302 albums. So, and all those have been accounted for. I've been pretty good at logging those as I get them, adding them to the collection. But CDs, I've got bits and pieces stuff. I got almost all my CDs are ripped. They took from the original format and put them into FLAC files on the hard drive, which is working good. But sometimes it's just kind of fun to take that physical CD and pop it in the old CD player and play it that way. So I want to go through and make sure I've got everything accounted for on that. So it took quite a bit of time. And nice day today, so I got quite a bit of yard work done, stuff that I've been meaning to do for a week or two. Of course, notice a bunch more that I have to do as well. So, but that's the way it goes. And for me, work-wise, is still pretty good. Not much has changed on my end. Most of the work I do, well, pretty much all the work I've done for the last almost 4 years at this point, since I left the advisory firm and started out on my own, has been virtual. So I've been using Zoom or equivalent to that since 2016. So this has been the corporate headquarters here for the last 4 years. So the whole working at home thing and virtual work, I've been doing that. But some of my clients, it's new to them, relatively new to them. They have the option, but most, there's a chunk of people that just like to go in, go into the office and work. Pam's like that for herself, although right now she's furloughed, so she's got plenty of time. But her preference is to go into the office to work. She finds that she's more productive there, and fortunately for her, it's not too bad a commute. But she hasn't worked at the office for almost 2 months, and the last 3 weeks she hasn't worked at all because her company has put a lot of kind of the mid-level technicians and scientists and stuff have been furloughed for pretty much, I think, the remainder of the second quarter, so through the end of June. So just they have taken a hit from the coronavirus, even though they're a food manufacturer. What they manufacture is desserts, cakes, icings, glaze, that type of stuff. So that's not they're considered an essential company because they're a food manufacturer, but what they manufacture isn't, it's not essential food, I guess. So they've seen their, sales are taking a hit. They expect things to go back up. But second quarter is a little bit of a challenge. So they are still manufacturing, I guess, but they've taken the opportunity to furlough some of the science technical people as well. So she's becoming queen of the jigsaw puzzle. So hey, Joe.
Hey, man.
How's it going?
Okay, all my supposed in-studio guests that were supposed to be here today are no longer going to be here. So
in-studio guests, huh?
Yeah, wow. Coach was supposed to show up, and then
that's right. He was heading through.
Yeah, so it's not going to be till later.
Oh, okay. All right.
And cool. Pat was going to come because so he can meet Coach. But
okay. Hey, strangers, there's Rui.
Yeah, look at Rui.
Hey, guys.
Good. So, are you working from home?
Yep.
How long have you been doing that?
For like a month. So.
About a month. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. Yeah. It's welcome to the new world order for at least a while, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
How you doing?
Hey, good. Dennis.
Fine.
So I don't know, James. Have you ever met Rui in person? I don't think so, huh?
No, not through a videotape.
Okay, yeah, that's Rui. Rui James. Dennis, we haven't seen Rui in a long time live. Yeah. So
no, he's been riding his bike.
Mm-hmm.
How has that affected your riding?
A lot.
You're not allowed to go out.
Have you been riding much at all? Zero? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not at all.
Oh, wow. Is that just because nobody's going out and doing anything, or you just decided to stay in?
I just decided to stay home.
Okay. Yeah. That's
probably next week.
Okay. Yeah. I've been pretty much able to keep going out and do running and everything because we're able to stay away from people when we're out and about. So I've been managed to continue doing that. But it's streets have definitely been quiet, although they're starting to get busier. Georgia's kind of opening up a little bit. We've got 32 of the 50 states are starting to kind of ease back into business as usual. So we shall see. How about Portugal? Are they starting to kind of open back up again?
Yeah, starting this week.
Okay.
We're gonna start to ease out on the restrictions.
Okay. Yeah. That's been kind of what's been going on here too. So it'll be interesting. I hope there's probably going to be a spike. There just always is as people get out and do stuff. There's going to be a bump. Yeah, but hopefully it's not so much that it overwhelms the medical. And it hasn't been everywhere. That's only been a few. Like here in the U.S., it's only been a few. Mainly the larger metro areas have been the ones that have been affected. But it's still it's starting to affect some of the more rural areas now. Where was in the big cities, but now they're starting to see it in some of the outlying areas a little bit. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. It's going to be with us for a while.
Yep.
A few months. So, how about you, Dennis? Check in from lockdown UK.
Yeah, we're still not allowed to do anything.
Okay.
They're going to review it in a few weeks.
Okay. So they're going to May 15th? Is that what they're saying?
Yeah. They was talking about partially releasing stuff, but there's nothing decided yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I said on the news today, the Prime Minister, when he went to the intensive care unit, they said to him he had a 50-50 chance of surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that couldn't have been good news for someone.
Yeah. He's pretty much back and at work now, right? Is what I saw.
Yeah, he's back playing. So
okay. Yeah. Good. And he just had a baby, right? Did him and his partner have a baby?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all turned out okay for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I quite like his sense of humour. You know, it would have been a shame if we didn't make it.
Yeah. I hear he's got a reputation as a bit of a ladies' man, right? Is he a player?
I've got no idea, but I think he won't disclose how many children he's got.
Okay, all right. he's been a busy man for a while. He's what, 55, 56, I think, right? Yeah, that's well, it's good that he's back at work, and hopefully things keep getting better for you guys. How's your daughter doing? Is she working now?
Yeah, she's back working at the hospital.
Okay.
She didn't get any symptoms before. Her partner's back to work, a paramedic, so he's back on the ambulances. But he didn't get it bad anyway. So,
okay.
And as far as she knows, she never got it at all. She had it and didn't realise, you know.
Oh, okay. Have they tested her for antibodies or anything yet?
No, because she had to stay isolated for 2 weeks. They just allowed her to go back to work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So, she's back in the hospital working with the people. So
okay.
I don't think they would have let her go back if they thought there was one moment she could have the virus.
Yeah. Well, are they testing the healthcare workers there on a regular basis? Or?
Yeah, they just reckon they hit the 100,000 tests a day. So, yeah, you can always colour the figures up.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, what's that? Mark Twain said, "There's lies, damn lies, and then there's statistics."
Yeah.
So.
So I've just been keeping busy playing, doing the garden, playing the Opera software. I dumped my Opera browser because apparently they've been bought out by a Chinese company.
Oh, really? Oh, they did? Oh.
So
did you know that, Joe?
I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
This, they're owned by a Chinese consortium now. So
okay. Out of Wuhan.
You're going to Beijing, Joe.
Okay. Oh, man. So how about you, Rudy? Have you been actually working from home? Been able to continue work and everything?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Good. That's good. Yeah, I would imagine in your profession, technology shouldn't be too hard to connect.
Yeah.
It better not be, right?
Yeah. Program code. Oh, sorry. Like we can't work. I don't know how to connect. I can't connect to the internet. I don't know what's going on. Man.
Yeah. How do I get this done? Right?
Yeah. It says hit any key to start, and I don't see that on my keyboard.
I don't. I give up. I don't know how to get this done.
Damn computers! Can't we just go back to pen and paper?
Technology.
Are you into computers, Rudy?
Yeah.
That's your job, is it?
That's my job, yeah.
Oh, excellent. Because I've just installed Vivaldi. It was like an opera, but it's completely open source and it's got all the ad blockers and everything, and seems to have a good write up. Any opinion?
No, not really. I haven't tried it.
You haven't tried it, right? Okay. Yeah, it just blocks ads and doesn't send any data anywhere. So
Okay.
yeah,
So it's like, so is it Vivaldi? Is that what you called it?
yeah. Vivaldi, I think
Okay.
it's Vivaldi. Yeah,
Okay.
it's Chromium based.
Okay.
It's what Chrome's built on.
Okay.
Except it hasn't got all the Google junk in it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it works pretty much like Chrome. Have you noticed any big differences or functionality?
No, it's fine. You can get it. You can get it for Mac and you can get it for Windows. So I thought I'd just give it a try and see. I like browsers that don't send all your information all over the world. You know, selling your data.
Dennis, how do you expect to get the deals if your information doesn't get sent anywhere?
Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right.
Sure, I
Yeah.
can.
Man.
Good
So
luck
I'm
with
saying-
that. Somebody somewhere selling your stuff, man. That's
Yeah.
the way that works.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm looking at that now. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Easy to use, private, and fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
I
is fun.
figure,
But
I
I've
figure
got-
as long as it's someone I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the Linux software seems to work a lot faster than using the Mac or Windows.
Yeah. Oh, there's less add-on stuff built in. It's more of a
Yeah, and it's not being encrypted, so it's running on Unix, so it's fine.
It's like those. It's like an old-timey race car, just a big engine, a chassis, and a steering wheel. You don't have all those added safety features and airbags and.
That's all I asked for. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Well, I'm.
Who's willing to take some travel these days, man? Anybody willing to travel? Take advantage of some of these airline
There are
deals.
some fantastic deals, aren't there?
Yeah. Yeah. Good
I,
luck
mean,
with that.
I could probably fly to London and visit you, Dennis. It'd be probably really cheap. I could live in your garden for a week. And
That's fine. Yeah, come on over. Well, actually, when you get to London, I'd go straight through and out the other side if I was you.
okay, just keep going. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I've been tempted. There's people doing fares for not even immediate travel stuff that's even a few months out. I mean, the fares are pretty aggressive. So
Yeah.
Some of those airplanes don't have any people to fly in.
yeah. I mean, it's 90 compared to last. I heard for Atlanta for the Hartsfield Jackson, which is usually the busiest airport in the world. Passenger traffic was down 95% from a year ago last week.
Yeah.
Last year.
I'm hearing the exact same thing. So I heard the exact same thing this week, that they're only filling 6% of their seats,
Mhm.
and they've cut back. I don't even know what the number was on how many flights they've cut back. So it's literally like it's six people for every 100. For every 100 seats they have, it's 6 people. It is crazy.
But you know what?
And they've cut back the number of seats available. I mean, so it's even
Right.
smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, but now's the time to get rid of some of those seats so normal passengers can have more room.
Yeah. That'll never happen.
Yeah. Good luck with that, right?
There's an airline over here, which is one of our bargain airlines, that they reckon they're not going to fill the middle seats. Passengers will be either side, spare seat in the middle, so you can expect your fares to be dearer.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of the the 737s have 3 seats on one side and 2 seats on the other. So if they do the take out the middle seat, so you could maybe only have 3 people across instead of 5.
Yeah.
You just have 1 on the 2 seat on this side, and then maybe 2 on the 3 seat. So interesting.
It'd be interesting to see if we get any bargains.
Yeah, well, there's stuff here. I mean, I see Southwest. That's the one I've flown most in the last few years. So I get emails from them with fares that are pretty aggressive right now. So
Yep.
how's it going, Wes?
Pretty good. How are you all doing?
Good. You see, we got a stranger up there in the upper right hand corner there.
I know he even looks different, man.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Rui is he's aerodynamic now.
Yeah.
That's the quarantine haircut. That's what that is.
Yeah, yeah. That's mine. I didn't go full shave, but I definitely have gotten rid of a lot of it just with the clippers. So it's and I'm kind of liking it. I think I might keep it short. Yeah.
Tell them, Dennis. Welcome to our world. You know.
Yeah.
Easier to maintain.
You talking about haircuts? There was a clip my friend sent me, and there was a hooker with her head in the window of a car.
No.
Telling the guy she'll do anything for $20, and he said, "Do you cut hair?"
Oh shit! That's funny. Yeah.
There are a lot of people. If you watch like the YouTube channels and stuff, I watch. You see people, and over the weeks, you just seen their hair get longer and longer.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Charlotte.
I mean, it's something I don't even think about. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I mean, you've been shaving your head for what, 20 years, Joe? Probably? As long as I've known you, which is 10. Yeah.
Is it because you were going bald, or you just wanted to go bald?
Oh no, no. It's that one that Mother Nature makes its choice for you. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It wasn't that head shampoo, was it? That wash and go.
Well, I originally started out just shaving my head because I started shaving my head when I started driving trucks. So it's 25 plus years ago now that I started shaving my head, and now we're at a point where you can grow it all you want, but
so if you let it grow, would you just have a little bit on the sides and the back?
Yeah,
or just pretty much gone up top.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
all
much
that.
you can do about it, Joe.
No, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but just keep shaving it. That's about it.
Unless you're a friend of Elton John's, of course.
Oh, why is that?
Well, he had his stitched in, didn't he?
Oh, the plugs or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. He spent millions.
Getting his weave.
He had a weave. Yeah.
Did it work though?
Oh yeah, he's got a great, lovely hair. Just
Yeah.
it doesn't look right.
I don't want to end up looking like our president. That's for sure.
Yeah. There's something to be said for a nice smooth dome, man.
Yeah, I just take it like a man. You know what I'm saying?
Aerodynamic is what they call it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
really,
ain't scared.
I
I don't own a dog.
Now we're going downhill, right, Rui? I mean, you probably go that much faster.
Yeah.
Right. Coefficient, yeah.
And if you got a helmet on, then it keeps your head cooler, too. I mean, you get the air
Don't worry
down.
about helmet here.
God, Rui. I mean, you rode a lot, brother. So what are your days like now? I mean, because that was a lot of your life was riding, man. A lot.
Yeah.
That was a large part of it. So how do you
boring
pass
right
your
now.
days now? Exactly. I can't imagine you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't ride?
I do have old footage that I have to look at, but I don't have that at all.
Now
Now that I have the time.
So now you know what it's like to be me living vicariously through you. So we're both living vicariously through old Rui. Me and Rui are both living vicariously through Rui.
Mhm.
This is pretty awesome. This is good.
Yeah. Now you could have probably were the parks closed, or would you have, if you decided to, could you have gone out and ride?
Yes, I could have gone out to the nearest park,
Okay.
but it's just because now that all these people that have nothing to do go there, so
Oh yeah. Okay.
So it's almost worse than it was before.
yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Parks here are
sounds-
crowded.
Yeah. It sounds a lot like it is here. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
that's- they're saying that. Well, yesterday we had the Thunderbirds and the Blue Angels do a flyover of Atlanta. You know how they're kind of going city to city and doing stuff, and they showed a picture from Piedmont Park. You know where that is, Wes? That big park where the Peachtree Center. There was just people all over the place.
Wow.
Unfortunately, they're saying most social distancing measures were avoided during this. Because everybody was just gathering, to watch the flyover.
You know what's funny about it? Because they had some kind of whatever flyover over Phoenix.
Yeah.
And man, any day of the week you could go to the west side of Phoenix, and them planes.
Yeah.
You hear the sound of freedom all day long. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they're constant. That's where they practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, a flyover? What are you talking about, a flyover? They fly every minute of the day, every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't even take weekends off, I don't think.
No. They fly all the time, and we didn't. I mean, well, where we are, John. We've got trees all the way around us.
Yeah.
But there was a huge line. We're like, what the hell? There's a ton of big line of cars on the main street. And I was like, oh, everybody's out. And then we figured everybody wanted to drive down kind of along the perimeter so they could see the flyover. But yeah, it was we didn't try to do that because we've seen them 3 or 4 times, a couple times in Chicago, and then we were out in California and so on. Yeah, it was neat. But, yeah, but
this ain't the.
Everybody was just packed into the park. Like, okay, well, test all those people and see how many of those people get the virus in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they can't. Well, did you hear that, Wes? They canceled postponed the peach tree until Thanksgiving. They moved it from July 4th to Thanksgiving Day.
No, I didn't hear that. That'd be interesting though. Still.
Yeah. I'm thinking actually it would actually be better. It'd probably be everybody would probably do better times because it's not going to be 80 degrees and super humid. It'll probably be 50.
Right.
It'd be
Of course, it was the 1 year I did it was 50, so it was nice.
What year did you do that?
2010, I think.
Oh, okay. That was a cold something.
Yeah, that was like
yeah.
really crazy cold snap right on 4th of July.
Yeah. Usually it's just unbelievably, just humid. They run it first thing in the morning, but July in Atlanta is not dry. That's for sure. It's right where the low temperature might be 80 and the dew point is like 80. So it's just stopping wet and 100% humidity. So it's kind of a challenge from a running perspective.
Oh, I actually looked at our dew point today, and our dew point is like 32 or something.
Yeah. And and your low is probably like
132.
Yeah. What's the temperature now there? Is it over 100 now today?
Actually, today we're in a cool spot right now, so it's 97 right now.
Okay. It's almost sweater weather. You better get that sweater. Oh,
Yeah.
you do. You kind of got the sort of the long sleeve tank top on there.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm wearing. I've got the full. I'm not wearing the tank top, so I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's only smart. You don't want to. You got to wear. You got to bundle up when it's cold outside.
Well, you got to be safe.
That's right.
You got to be safe.
All about safe.
Yeah, I kind of wonder about. Speaking of safe, I kind of wonder about. Because this is a place where people carry weapons, and criminals got to be just like, woohoo! I mean, you don't recognize anybody.
Yeah.
You're out and you can't recognize a lot of people. They're all wearing facial coverings, and they know who they are, but I don't have any idea who they are.
I don't know. It was funny. I went out this week to go grocery shopping, and I put on a mask. I don't have like a mask, so I just have a bandana. So I just kind of fold it up and put it over. And as soon as you remember, Joe, the commercials for Frito-Lay back in the day, the Frito Bandito.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, and I put that on. I was like, I feel like the Frito Bandito.
Yeah. Yeah. I've only worn a mask 3 times.
Yeah.
So starting tomorrow here, they're doing mandatory mask. You have to have
really?
face covering. Yeah.
Even like when you're out walking, or
I think just to go into a store.
okay, like in a store. All right.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing here. It's not an order, but it's kind of like an official recommendation that if you're in the store, you should wear a mask. And I've been doing that for about 3 weeks because everybody else is. I'm like, well, I don't want to be the one guy that's not wearing one. So
yeah, I'm the guy not wearing one.
Okay. Oh, you're that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I have a slightly different spin, Mark, because I am literally, this whole time I am literally out 12, 14 hours a day.
Yeah, you're out all day. Yeah.
And I've been that guy. I'm just out every day. I'm having to meet people constantly. I've had to, come in very, very close contact with people constantly.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. still here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, but at the same time, my life is very distant, right? I'm single. I live alone.
That's what I was going to say. I do it mainly because of Pam. I mean, she's got with her arthritis, she's got, technically in a sensitive group. So I was like, okay, well, it probably wouldn't be a good thing for her to get it. But yeah, it is kind of weird. I mean, yeah, you're out and about. How many people at your terminal have had, do you have how many people have gotten sick or?
We've had some people that had to go into isolation, detention, whatever you want to call it. But detention, right? Yeah, only because of their spouse. Their spouse is someone like Dennis's family who is a nurse or someone in the medical field that had to get quarantined. You know, so since they're the spouse, they had to be quarantined. They're like, well, my spouse is getting quarantined, so they've got to let our job know, and our job's like, yeah, son, stay there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like if one is, the other has. I mean, if you're in the same household, you're pretty much by default.
Right. But nobody necessarily from my job. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Now, have they done a good job? Do they give you masks if you have availability of masks if you're required to wear one for a customer or something like that?
Yeah, it took a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys were really impatient with that. But, at that time, it was tough, man, to get masks and different supplies.
Really tough,
But, since that point, since they started getting the gloves and the masks, we've had them pretty much ever since.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. Not like you're wearing it all day, every day, but when you need to, it's available. And
yeah, I have them. I mostly use the gloves for cleaning my truck. That way my hands don't get dirty. But I do honestly, there's been companies that we deliver to and stuff that have donated hand sanitizer, stuff like that. So I definitely do use the hand sanitizer. I've had some people, even just this past week, that insisted on shaking my hands. I don't make contact.
Mm-hmm.
But there has been people when I make a delivery, they're like, "Hey man, let me just shake your hand, man. Come on." Like it's an act of manhood, like a test of manhood or something to shake your hand. So I'm like, all right, and I'll shake their hand, and I literally don't do anything else with it until I get to my truck, and then I grab my hand sanitizer and But so I do that.
Well, that's the way to do it. Because more people are getting it supposedly is doing that and then rubbing your face or your mouth or whatever. So if you put a little hand sanitizer on, it kills it pretty quick. So.
And when you're driving, you're gonna touch your face. So when I get in, I do it right away because the first thing you do is you take off and some idiot's over there and you're like, are you kidding me, bro? What are you doing, you idiot? Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? This traffic. Right? So you touch your face all the time.
Right there. 12 hours a day.
So you constantly are touching your face when you drive for a living, And to tell you the truth, with Neary here, man, there's a lot of people out there that they're not Neary. Neary, I am sure, rides insanely responsible. And you can tell these guys, those guys that ride responsibly. Right now, you got a lot of amateurs out there that are just doing it because they got nothing else to do. And they're out there riding bikes. And they're riding right on that white line. And, I drive a big truck, man. Please get in the bike lane, get all the way in there. Don't ride too close on the street because I'll hit you, man. You know what I'm saying?
We noticed when we were at Walmart on Friday, all the bikes are gone. So people are buying them and going out.
Yeah.
They're all Wes. Because I drive into people's neighborhoods all day long because I do a lot of our moving service. So I'm literally going to people's houses. So when I'm in these neighborhoods, man, people are out there, and it's mom, dad, and the kids all riding their bicycles. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And good for them. I like seeing it.
Yeah.
But just ride responsibly, please.
They're riding on the wrong. They're riding against traffic instead of with traffic. They're riding in. They're not riding in the bike lane if it's there. They don't stop. They don't. All that stuff. I've noticed it a lot just around my area because there's the core group of people that ride bikes. I know all of them pretty much.
Right.
But there's been a lot more people out. The last month or so. Yeah.
Yeah, because your serious guys, they use hand signals and they're conscious of. You
Mhm.
can just tell. You can just tell the way they're riding.
Yeah.
We're okay. You know what I'm saying? But it's all the people now that are just passing time, which is again, I like seeing it, but
Yeah.
just
But yeah, you got to pay attention. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. The bike versus vehicle. 100% of the time, bike loses.
Yeah.
It's a pretty much guaranteed 100% of the time. So yeah.
You
Now
don't
the
want
question is,
to be on a bike in the UK here because it seems that speeding has now become the pastime. Yeah, and they done a guy the other day for doing 140 mile an hour.
On a bicycle?
No, on a car. So that way you don't want to ride a bike around here.
I'm like, good God,
Yeah.
on a bicycle?
yeah, no, there is. They've been talking about that in is it L.A., California? You know, with all the roads being, the percentage of what do they categorize? Super speeders. You know, if you're going more than 40, 50 miles an hour over the speed limits.
All the motorways are empty and they're using them as road tracks. Yeah.
And I think the record that they got in California was 164 miles an hour.
Oh man.
So somebody in a Ferrari, Lamborghini, something like that. But imagine what the ticket would be for that. I don't know.
Oh, it's jail.
Yeah. Instantaneous.
It's a hell of a fine and it's jail. Yeah.
That'd be a driving ban over here. Over 100 mile an hour, you're going to get done for, you'll be off the road.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it to people speeding. If you're going to speed, if you only got like 20% of the cars on the road on a normal day, well, it's safer. Maybe not 100%.
Yeah, true. Don't forget when they done Top Gear, if you go over 200 mile an hour, it doesn't affect the cameras. They won't trigger.
True. Yeah. No, you're talking 200 kph, so that would be 100. Is it 200 kilometers per hour? It doesn't register.
They also have miles per hour as well.
Yeah.
It's just a different mile, right? It's
Yeah.
it's like, is it longer? It's longer or something, isn't it?
Miles per hour is actually faster. Yeah. So 100 miles an hour is like 60 miles an hour is like 100 kilometers per hour. Yeah.
Yeah, there's 1,760 yards in a mile.
Yep. I just remember as a kid, we went up to Canada. We went up to Toronto for vacation, and I remember I was so excited because on the road it said speed limit 100 kilometers per hour. But as an 8-year-old kid, I was like, "Oh, this is great." I told my friends we went 100. We went 100.
Yeah.
On the road.
Yeah, you went 100, all right. Yeah. You did. You went 100.
You went 100.
Yeah.
What I think interesting. Just for the last 5 minutes, I've been looking at the pictures and seeing who's touched their face. Mark, you've done it 10 times. Joe, you've done it once.
Well, I'm sheltering in place.
Yeah.
It's just interesting, because you say to yourself, you must have touched your face anyway.
Wait a minute, I got a headache, guys. Got a cough.
In that short period of time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Who feels like a criminal now when you cough in public, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
Everybody.
I'll leave before I cough.
Yeah.
Right?
Sneeze.
Oh, what about a sneeze? A sneeze sucks.
Yeah,
Sneeze
I
sucks.
have not. I can honestly say I have not coughed or sneezed in a store in the last 6 weeks, at least. I'll wait until I get outside and do it.
Isn't it
Yeah.
funny? Right?
Yeah.
Like,
If somebody sneezes around you, they're like, "It's my allergies." They automatically face that.
Yeah.
That's my allergies.
Well, I'm allergic to coronavirus.
please don't shoot me.
Yeah.
Please don't shoot me. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
you don't
sick.
know. Yeah.
I'm not sick. Honestly, don't shoot me.
Well, actually, it's probably if they are sneezing, it probably is not. I guess that's not really a huge thing with coronavirus. It's more the coughing, but yeah. But no, it's not. It's not. It's just my allergies. Yeah, I swear.
You do, man. You feel like someone's just gonna whip their gun out and go, boom, done with you, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. It's,
how dare you sneeze? Right?
There was this joke. There was this joke that you first you sneezed or coughed to hide a fart. Now you do the opposite.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Just fart.
Nobody cares if you fart in public
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Just fart. Yeah. You know why? Because if you smell my fart, it's your own fault. You weren't far enough away.
Yeah,
Right.
social distancing.
Right.
Social distance farting.
Yeah, it's got to be far enough away.
I don't think they've done that test, Joe, where they how far does the virus go on a fart?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, just let one go. You know what I'm saying? And then see who, hey, you weren't far enough, man. How can I be held responsible for that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not your fault. Yeah, you're staying distance from the person in front of you. It's not your responsibility behind you.
Yeah, I mean my booty's covered. My booty's facially covered. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but when it happens, just do your fart and then say sorry and shake your leg and walk off.
Shake your
Exactly right. Yeah, it's but I did notice when I went grocery shopping yesterday, that people weren't as far apart in line. They were literally just maybe a foot or two gap between their shopping cart and the person in front of them. It's not quite as close as they used to be.
Mhm.
Definitely not as far as we were before, even with the shopping cart.
It's more.
If you're farting, Joe, then move 2 meters with no trouble.
They what?
They'll move away 2 meters from you if you're farting, obviously.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. So if you let one go, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just a warning system, yeah.
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 But people were a little closer at the shop.
Now, were there more people wearing masks this week than last week?
Yes.
So what we can infer from that is that if you wear a mask, it gives you perhaps a false sense of security. Because if everybody's wearing a mask, everybody's like, well, then we can scrunch up closer together now.
It might. Yeah, there was actually more people talking too.
Mhm.
In weeks past, flipping nobody talking to each other.
Yeah.
There was a few people, not by meaning more people talking. When there's absolutely nobody talking, 2 people having a conversation is more than more.
Yeah.
Right? That's already more. So it wasn't a lot of people talking, but there was definitely more.
Okay.
And, but I did find out something even since the Share Beer show, that there's a couple of groups of small business owners now here in Phoenix that are just opening up. They're like, screw the governor, we're opening up.
Yeah,
We're
I've seen stories of that. Colorado, there were places in Colorado that were like, we got to open. I've got customers that want to transact business, whatever it is, and I can't do it unless I'm open, and I need to pay the rent, basically.
Yeah. Because and they had a good point. Their points were basically, if we continue just to do takeout and drive-through, we're done. If we do nothing, we're done. So we might as well give it a shot, Yeah. And so the governor leashed out some threat that he was going to fine people and possibly put them in jail.
Yeah.
Or revoke their liquor license, and they're like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
At this point, they're like, yeah.
But apparently tomorrow, us not opening up and staying the way we are, sheltered in place, is some of the loosest sheltered in place in the country. So just that shelter in place here in Phoenix is different than it is everywhere else. But things are loosening up even more. A lot more places are going to be able to take, people walking in. I think on the 12th, they're actually going to allow dine-in seating on the 12th.
Yeah.
There's some stuff opening tomorrow, some stuff opening Tuesday and Friday. And then on the 12th is kind of the big one where people can dine in.
Yeah, they did dine. Restaurants were allowed to open for seating on Monday, so we're a weekend basically, and more than half the restaurants have said we're not ready. We're not, even though we're allowed, we can do it. We're still not doing it because of, the restrictions, especially the smaller restaurants. There's just no way. If they, with all the distance required between tables and whatever, they're like, it's not worth it to come in and have 3 people sitting down, you know, whereas we could have 20, 25 people normally or whatever.
Yeah, they're allowing dine-in here tomorrow, starting tomorrow, but only at 25% capacity.
Yeah, yeah. So for a restaurant, man, to bring on the staff, yeah, that's tough. I mean, restaurants at full capacity struggle to stay
Right.
profitable a lot of times.
Right.
Yeah. So 25%, it's like, okay.
And I felt for some of these businesses too, because I've delivered to so many of them
Mhm.
that were literally just opening. I mean, they were just opening weeks before all this stuff hit,
Yeah.
you know, and
Yeah.
they've got this brand new shiny business, and it's still brand new and shiny.
Because
There's
nobody's been there. Yeah.
it's just a little dusty now. There's nobody in there.
Yeah.
You just have to feel for them, man.
Yeah. No, it's
Oh my God.
it's a challenge. What are they doing in Portugal, Rui? Are they opening up cafes, coffee houses, restaurants? What's going on
Yeah,
there?
the smallest business that are starting to open up.
Okay. All right.
Some stores also.
Okay. All right.
What are people's attitudes towards, as far as you know, what are people's attitudes, you know, with this whole thing?
Well, we're pretty positive and actually abiding by the rules. And
Wow.
the whole mask thing, we've been told that starting this week or beginning of this week, we would have to use masks. But we've actually done pretty good, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, that's interesting because I mean, Spain got hit really, really hard. I don't know what Portugal was pretty bad, but not quite as bad as Spain from a numbers perspective. But, I mean, it was in Europe. It was Italy and Spain were the 2 biggest, in terms of percentage of people, you know, having serious problems or dying from it. So. They started locking down, you know, 3 or 4 weeks before we did. They were locking down last week of February for the most part. And we didn't really do anything here in the States until mid-March, maybe the earliest was mid-March. I think Ohio was the first state to do it, and then San Francisco was the first major city.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, some places are just kind of naturally like North effing Dakota, for Christ's sake. I mean, they're.
Yeah.
I mean, there's places where there's not many people there in the first place. I mean,
I mean, like Wyoming,
Yeah.
Montana. I mean, there's so few people there that they're like, you know, the next nearest person's 5 miles away anyway. So, what do I care?
Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead, blow a sneeze, see if I feel it.
Yeah. You know, I'm closer to the cows farting than a person farting. So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I'm more of a threat to old Betsy the cow, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Try to put mask on her.
Yeah. Put a mask on Betsy the cow, man.
Hey, there's Charlie.
Charlie.
He's like, it's late. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I think that's
Or
good.
walk.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing here, man? Yeah. Come on. Let's go to
What's the
bed.
deal?
Yeah.
It's like, he is looking. He's like, okay, come on. Your move.
I want to go pee.
What time is it over there? What time is it in Portugal?
10 to midnight.
Same as the UK.
5 hours ahead. Yeah. Yep. They're the same. Yeah. 5 hours. Okay. Not too late. Not too late yet. Yeah. Well, let's. I guess this is a photography show. I guess we should talk a little bit about photography. I don't know, man. Call me crazy.
Imagine
But
that, right?
something when I logged into Flickr, they were talking, and now the Flickr is owned by SmugMug. They had a little article about how photographers can get financial assistance, which is kind of interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't know what I haven't read the article yet, but resources, grants, funds, and more to help working photographers. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't see this up here last week, so they must have just put this up in the last week or so.
Yeah, it didn't show that. Oh, here it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's interesting. That whole SBA, the loans, the PPP loans or whatever, that has been kind of a half successful disaster as far as the businesses that really need it getting it.
Oh man, they just got screwed on that, didn't they? I mean,
well, yeah, it's just kind of bad because the businesses that had the relationships established with their banks, that they were able to get in and get the stuff fairly quickly. It was the businesses that were self-funded, and those are the ones that really needed it, because they opened their business, say, with their savings or family investments. So they really didn't take out a small business loan. But with this happening, they wanted to get in, and they just, they got pretty much locked out, because the banks didn't, weren't paying attention to them. So it's so I would think a lot of independent photographers are probably in that same group, which okay, Nikon doing online classes, international grants, artist grants and funds. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, unfortunately there's going to be a lot of small businesses, independent contractor type stuff that, man, it's just like for me, I mean, for my business, I mean, I guess I technically could have gone in and applied for that, because I am a small business, entrepreneurial business or whatever. But all the paperwork that you were required to submit, it was a lot. It really was. I mean, I took a quick look through my bank. I was able to click through. I wasn't able to get actually to where I could apply, but I could see some of the requirements, and I was like, I don't have half that stuff.
Oh, really? Because Clark Howard made it sound like it wasn't that bad, but
I don't know. It just it seemed like it would be a little bit of a hassle.
Oh.
And, now, granted, I wasn't. I don't need it,
right.
But so I wasn't really worried about it. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. All this money that they put towards it. I mean, a lot of small businesses got helped by it, but there's quite a bit, especially in the first go around, that probably didn't get the help they needed. So, but yeah, small independent photographers, that type. Something like Pat. Fortunately, he seems like he's still pretty much just as busy as he was before. So he really hasn't seen a big change in his business yet.
Yeah, I actually technically have a business, but mine loses money every year. So
yeah. So I mean, yeah, technically you probably could apply, Joe, and get some.
Technically, I probably could. God forbid I did, though. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's just kind of interesting. So I think a lot of these, whether it's photographers or anybody else that's got their own kind of small, kind of self-funded business, where they're caterers, event planners, that type of thing. It might be a more of a challenge than maybe it should be to get some of this. But it's kind of interesting. But I thought that was interesting, just that was up there, and I hadn't seen it before. It's kind of interesting. Let's go and pop onto this. We got a few images, I think. I don't know if that's the last one from Dennis last week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Making friends with his garden in the lockdown. Oh, yeah, this was what time of year was this taken around the holidays, Dennis?
No, this was just a normal weekend, but it was last year.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like it was a little colder. People have hats and coats on, so.
Yeah, it was probably in autumn.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Jose Rufus Hummingbird. 600 millimeters. Yeah.
Nice picture.
Yeah. That's very nice.
I need to plant some more flowers. I want to try to attract some hummingbirds.
Yeah. You probably could get, you've got, what, ruby throated? Do you have any more species than that? Or is,
I don't know. I know mostly ruby throated, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't know a lot about what hummingbirds are around here. But
yeah, you might get some migrant hummingbirds too. Around here, it's pretty much just ruby throated. Out west is where there's a lot of different species there.
You know what, Mark, real quick, man, not to sidetrack you too much, but something I didn't think about when we think about things that run out and they're on shortage and short supply.
Yep.
Is webcams. I guess there's
yes.
I'm seeing a story on webcams right now that they're in super high demand because everyone's doing the Zoom.
Oh yeah. No, I actually was thinking about upgrading my webcam, and there's a Logitech version that is HD, real good quality. Mine's like 4 years old, so it'd be much better, and just wiped out. And this was 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Just gone, absolutely decimated. Yeah.
You're probably looking for the one that I used. I used the Logitech.
Yeah, there's it's a 60 something, a 60 Pro or something. It was not that expensive, $60 maybe, $65.
Yeah, I forget what model mine is.
But yeah, they're just
I have
wiped
the 920 C920.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Oh, I use the Logitech Brio.
Okay. Yeah, mine is Logitech old, I think. It's maybe 720 on a good day.
Yeah, this one's definitely HD, but it's
Mine is barely minimal HD. So yeah, I need to upgrade it, and it's like, I'll just get one of those, and then they're nothing.
No.
You're not finding any.
yeah. As soon as I seen this story, I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Mhm.
I just hadn't thought about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. A number of people that all of a sudden, one week were working in their office, and next week they're expected to do all these web conferences because they're working from home. Yeah.
Well, did you guys talk about how Canon put out software to allow to use your camera as a webcam?
Yeah, I just I remember as we were talking about that. Yeah, I do remember that they announced that earlier this week, right? That they can for a lot of cameras turn it into a webcam.
Yeah, I have one of the ones that it does. So I haven't tried it yet, but I might try it.
Oh, really?
So-
What software was it? Do you know?
It's directly from Canon.
Oh,
I don't know if it has a name. I think you just go to your camera and look in the software download section or whatever.
Yeah. They have. Do you have a 70D, Joe? Is that what you have?
the 7D,
70.
Mark
7D.
II, Mark II. Yeah.
I know. I saw the 80D, so that's what you have, right, Wes?
Right.
Yeah.
For
That
some
was,
reason, I figured the M5 would do it, but it doesn't.
yeah. The 50 they showed.
Yeah, the
M50.
the M50 does it, but the M5 doesn't for some reason.
I wonder if it must have a continuous streaming or something. Maybe it overheats the sensor. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe
it
that's-
doesn't look like the 7. Oh yeah, 7D Mark II. It is in there.
Oh, there you go, Joe.
Oh, it is. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
You can hook up your 7D Mark II as a webcam.
6D, the 5D.
Not to go too deep into these woods, but this is something I've looked into actually. There's because there's a lot of people posting stuff on their
Charlie.
setups.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking about getting a monitor stand, one of those monitor stands that you use when you have multiple monitors on your desk,
Mhm.
and using that as a stand for other stuff. So to get one that could hold a camera, so I could use that. And then hang a couple of lights like you got, Mark. Some of those nice
Mhm.
flat panel
LED
lights. That way I could have everything literally right here next to my monitor and be good to go.
Yeah.
And it's pretty, cheap to do that. Relatively.
Yeah. So I guess what the software, as long as you can just hook up to your computer with the USB cable or whatever. You don't need a dongle or anything like that. It'll just
right over USB, and they
So
say
what-
it works pretty well.
What did you do, Wes? Go to Canon?
Yeah, I put the link in the chat.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
yeah, cool. So, how much you want to bet dollars to donuts? Joe has his using a 7D next week for his webcam.
Dude, you can't beat using. I mean, the people
No.
that do it, it looks
No.
Looks
It looks-
great. Yeah,
great.
Yeah.
I was gonna do it this week, but I was working all day on my dad's laptop, so
Oh, okay.
wasn't able to set it up.
Oh, it's a beta. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw the article that it seems like it works pretty well. People are. The article I saw was now you can get free software to have the most overpriced web camera or something like that.
Hey, I'll do it. I
A lot
mean,
of like the video game streamers seem to like it because they want the quality of the
Yeah.
video.
I mean, the only thing I need personally is better. I need a lens that would let me do that. I have one lens I think that would be wide enough.
Mhm.
Other than that, I'd have to get one of those pancake lenses or something.
Yeah,
You get like a 20 millimeter. Is it a 20 millimeter, 23 millimeter?
25 or something, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
24 or 20.
24. Yeah,
And so that'd be like a 36, 38. Yeah, that'd be just about right. Yeah.
And they're
Or you
not.
could get that 18 to 35 art lens.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Now that's overkill, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah, you want some.
That f1.8.
Yeah. What's that
Or,
about?
or maybe. Now maybe Dennis, have they come out with an update for the large format so you could use that as your webcam?
Yeah, I think they're just working on the software for the 4K stream.
Yeah, I'm waiting too. I haven't gotten the email yet, Dennis.
Yeah.
I want the 4x5 live.
Yeah.
4x5K. That's what I want. 4x5K.
Yeah, the Chamonix software, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I prefer it in 4K, Joe. It looks so good.
Yeah.
In 4K, yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, that's cool though that they did.
That
Really?
is cool. Yeah, I wish I'd have found that out sooner.
Because the option before that was you had to buy like a dongle. There's
Right.
a couple that, and they run like $75 to $100 or something like that for
Yeah, to capture your HDMI. Yeah.
So real quick, okay? So I'm now on the 7D page. So am I putting this on the card, right? I'm downloading this to the card.
No, you put it on your computer.
Oh, and then hook up to the computer.
Right.
you know, recognize your camera. Oh,
Oh, okay. So I'm putting it on my computer. Then when I hook up the camera to the computer,
yep.
it's like
And then
option.
it should. I think from what I hear, it should recognize like Google and Zoom, and so you know whatever conferencing software you're using will recognize it as a source.
Dude, there's actually a lot of software on here when you look at it. I've not looked at this. I mean, you've got Digital Photo Professional, you've got Picture Style Editor. I've never really looked at this stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there.
Play your camera to the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't need it.
Without having to get a specialized, HDMI converter or something for your camera, you can get in through USB, which that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm telling you, this is going to happen.
So next week, Joe's got it hooked up, and he's got that art lens too. What do you think?
Yeah, this is going to happen. I'm telling you right now.
I would do it if I had a camera that was compatible. I'd do it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is going to happen. After this show, I'll be ordering whatever I need to get to have it here. It's just a matter if Amazon can get me stuff fast enough. I promise you.
Yeah.
That is cool, man.
Well, I've got a cheap little Canon camcorder. I bet it probably is in there too. I bet it's probably.
Well, the thing of it is you've got some of these Rebels. I mean, you got the Rebel T6, the T6i. Those are cheap cameras. The Rebel SL, 2.
Mm-hmm.
But that T6,
if you didn't have one, you could get one of those used on eBay or somewhere, and
God, that T6 can't cost much money, and that's going to be a hell of a. I'm gonna look that up right now.
He's gonna have another camera.
I mean, why not, right?
SBC,
I'm showing it on
LED
eBay
ring,
59, 258.99.
Wow.
microphone stand.
What is that? A 18 megapixel sensor? I think. Like
Yeah,
a couple generations old sensor, right? Yeah.
C6 might be at 24.
Okay. Oh, yeah, but you can put you can buy the art lens and put it on that camera. It'll look good, Joe.
yeah, we've got on. Okay, you can get it. You can get it on Amazon, renewed with kit lens. So you're getting an 18 to 55, built-in Wi-Fi, built-in NFC. This thing is actually kind of legit. Okay, 18 point. It's an 18 megapixel camera. 18 megapixels. You've got ISO 100 to 6400, expandable to 12,800.
Yeah. Okay. Not bad.
What's
Is
the
that about 3 or 4 years old? Is that
the
camera?
video? The video is 1080, so
Yeah.
at 30 frames, 9-point autofocus system. But what do you need for doing that sort of thing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. All right. Interesting.
Hopefully, you're not moving around in your chair too fast there.
yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I mean, well, as fast as I am, maybe I do need something faster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, with that kit lens, you're gonna have to be, sitting still. But if you could get one.
Well, like the 80D has the pretty quick dual layer face priority, right?
Yeah.
So you can just set it there, so that'll kind of take care of that.
Wow.
So when you get up and normally start dancing around, Wes, they'll be fine. You'll be covered. You'll stay in focus.
Stay locked right on.
When you do the floss.
Yeah, thanks for mentioning that, man. That is cool.
Yeah, that's a good. I'm gonna check it out for my little Canon
Ready to use for a new camera.
new. Try it out for my camcorder. I bet my camcorder is one of them too. That'd be kind of fun. Nope. All right. Well, let's take a look at these images here real quick. There we go.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, this is a nice one.
Yeah.
This looks like a spaniel of some kind. Oh, he's chasing a bird. Well, there's the bird. Okay.
Oh, yeah. There's the bird. Yeah.
Wow. A tree swallow. Yeah. I bet you the bird won that one. Oh, that's a really good shot.
Yeah.
Look at the colors in the background. The leaves and stuff. It matches the colors on the dog. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Nice shot with that. Yeah. So you need to get that lens, Dennis.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, here we go.
That's the nice.
This is FX Foundry.
Oh, okay. So this is the additional.
Yeah.
Is another plug-in?
Yeah, another plug-in with about 700 filters.
You got plenty of time to check them all out, Dennis.
Yeah, that was going to play. I used the vignette and changed the color of as well.
Okay, change the green. Yeah.
Just built the standard frame. This was a frame that you could just choose.
Yeah. Okay.
You just change the colors.
Huh. Interesting. That came out. It came out nice. That's nice. There's just flower. Looks like flowers in a vase, probably.
Yep, they are. And this was taken with a 90mm Leica lens on the Sony camera.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. Nope. I was wondering if Joe had that double
So
crust.
I'm going to take Charlie for his walk now.
Charlie's what?
gonna take Charlie for his walk.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Hey, good
bit
seeing you, Rui.
Hope to see you next week, maybe.
Yeah. Very good. You take care, man. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we're going to look for more bike videos very soon.
Hope so.
Uh, yeah, it's going to take you a while to get used to riding again. If you haven't ridden for a while.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, you'll be.
That's a bit weird.
Now, have you been doing anything inside to keep up fitness? No.
Not really. No.
Ah, you're young. You'll be fine.
Just keep eating.
Yeah.
That's my fitness.
Just do a few hard climbs on the bike. That'll get your wind back. Oh, good. Good seeing you, man. Glad you could pop in.
Yeah. See you guys.
See you. Take care, Roy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yep.
See you, Rick.
Yeah, it's good seeing him. He hadn't been on the show live in a few years at least, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Building a nest. Now, these are strange looking birds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They almost look like they're water birds, but they got that. There's no I don't think there's any feathers or anything. Look at that beak though. I mean, that's designed perfectly for snagging fish.
Yeah. Well, their feathers don't shed water, so they
Yeah.
have to dry out anytime they dive.
Yeah.
down.
Yeah. Those eyes. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
like-
Bright green.
They're almost like reptile eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that beak now you know why they can catch the fish.
Mhm.
You just chomp down on them. It's like a little claw at the front. That's a nice shot. Yep. I remember seeing those. Do you have double crested cormorants down there, or is it a different variety down there?
It says we have the same ones. Yeah.
Same ones, okay. Yeah. I just remember seeing them when we lived out in California. I've seen quite a few of them. Yeah, it's
You see a lot of those around here too.
yeah. Oh, okay.
This is really nice.
Yeah, this is really nice. This looks like is this some sort of azalea? Looks like maybe.
Looks like
I don't know. It's just a plant to me.
Come on, Dennis. Got this time. I want a botanist. We need a botanist.
the full
Yeah.
scientific name and everything.
Yeah, Latin name.
Yeah, I'll have to try and find out. It's growing over by the garage.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna by the leaves. It's probably some sort of azalea. Yeah, that's a neat. It's a nice one though.
Yeah, I took this one with the Voigtlander 50,
Okay.
but I had it about F4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because if I shut it down to F1.2, this close, you probably just see one flower slightly sharp in the corner.
Yeah. It'd be wipe out, pretty much obliterate everything except where it was. Yeah. No, it's nice. Yeah. Got nice, nice composition, nice colors. Yeah. Very nice. There you go.
This is F1.2.
Yeah, this is a 1-2. Same base, different angle. Yep.
No,
That's
it's
a different one?
that plant's grown in the garden, the other one, but this
Oh,
is,
okay. All right.
Oh, you know what? It's just for Windows.
what is
Oh, the software?
Yeah, it looks like.
I bet you they come out with a Mac version pretty quick. Yeah. See, Joe, you got to get with the hip crowd. You got to get Windows.
yeah.
yeah. You can spend your life reloading the system then, Joe.
Yeah. You got nothing better to do.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I went and got my camera and everything, man. I was ready.
Oh, I'm gonna hook it up and see.
Mm-hmm. I was.
Yeah.
Yep. I got my camera bag right here next to me now.
That's a nice one, Dennis. Yeah. And this over here, did you do anything, or is this just kind of this tulip over here?
Done nothing to it. No.
Okay, it's just the natural effect of the lens.
Yeah, just focused on the front one.
Yeah, you're focused here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's neat. That's a nice lens.
Yeah, this is one. This is a crop. This is a 50% crop.
Wow.
Nice one.
Because I just couldn't get any closer. This was like minimum focus.
Okay.
This is a f1.2. Yeah, it does your eyes in if you stare at it too long.
Yeah. Now, what you need, this would be great for a macro lens.
It's like a hologram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This kind of looks like a virus floating around. You better be careful, Dennis.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, there's some red specks in it.
Yeah.
the black specks is what's from underneath the flower. It's just
Yeah.
That does look like a germ, doesn't it?
Yeah.
it does look like a virus. You're right.
Yeah.
But you're okay, Joe. This one won't kill you. It'll probably make you sneeze.
Yeah. See, this making me sneeze might kill me. Someone here might shoot me.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. that came out nice. Yeah. That's really, yeah. It definitely has a 3D effect to it.
Yeah. It's I put it in the GIMP and played with it, but yeah, I mean it's got a frame round, but
Mm-hmm.
I was also what was the one you was doing earlier? You mean the bending one in the corners? You know when you
Oh, I don't know. Hold on, let's have a look.
That was a filter that would bend the corners.
no, you could choose to
It was a Bevin.
Huh.
bevel. That's it. Yeah, Adam.
Bevel.
And it seems to bend the corners of the frame
Huh.
to make it stand out. You know.
So it kind of distorts the corners there. Oh,
It's
wow.
the corners to make it bend, and you can adjust how much bevel you want to put on it.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
and then you can do it again as well. You know, you can just
Mhm.
do it a double up if it's not enough effect.
Yeah.
And then I put the frame round so that, and of course this is the Voigtlander close focus adapter as well. So it's totally destroying the background.
Yeah. Yeah. There's just colors back there.
Yeah. Because basically that's just the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, just the stuff on the ground.
Yeah.
That's neat. That's a neat effect. I like that.
Yeah, and then it rained and it's not there anymore.
Yep. Yeah, that's very nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a neat effect. The colors, the white just stands out perfectly on the background. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one. See what happens when you're quarantined in your own garden. You find lots of stuff to photograph.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to look into more of all these add-ons that you can put in GIMP. Yeah, because I was saying earlier to my cousin that it's huge. It's absolutely huge. There's hundreds of things, and I haven't even began to look at them.
So, James, have you started playing around with it a little bit? Then sounds like.
I spend quite a bit of time. Like Dennis would call me, then I'll practice with it and do different things, and then like those bevs, you know, the corners and that. Been doing that, then I come out of it, then I get stuck, then I say, "Oh fuck, what do I do now?" Then Dennis, what do I do now? And he tell me, and I'll do it. And I'll do it back later.
Technical support.
And they said one of the thing is, come on, thing. Keep pressing that to get out, because I couldn't get out of the thing. And then he said, have you pressed Command C? And I said, no. Does it work? He goes, yeah. So I pressed that. For now, those are my two favorite keys to get out.
Yeah, if you mess it up, just hit Command Z, and then away you go.
Yeah, Command Z get you back to where you started. Yeah, you can't damage anything.
I took some pictures of clouds to practice on, but they're not ready for uploading up on the site.
Okay.
Practice with them. It's just cool. It don't matter if I mess them up. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just play with it. Just get working in the tool.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Oh, Joe got some new vinyl.
Yeah, and this is another Amazon warehouse deal.
Oh, okay.
You know, I get a lot of these. I got 2 of them yesterday. But I mean, this one's in near mint condition. I mean, look at its condition. It's like they tell you all kinds of stuff. Now there is this one actually does have a line right here. If you can
Okay.
see that.
Yeah. On the cover.
But I mean, I don't really care, man. It's not that big a deal,
Yeah.
but
You don't play the cover, as they say.
Yeah.
exactly, so as long as it's just the cover that's taking the hit.
Yes.
Sometimes they'll keep the posters and stuff that are in here, but my last one didn't. My last one still had the posters and still had some of the inserts and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
this one actually seems like it's in really good. I saved a bunch of money on this one. I think I saved $6, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Clear vinyl.
Are they just collectible?
I'm sorry.
Do you play them or are they just collectible?
Oh no, these get played. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, that's nice.
and then here's when I started looking at those sleeves, Wes.
Yeah.
They were comparing them to the MoFi, and I was able to get these MoFis for just a couple bucks more.
Mm-hmm.
And through Amazon, of course, and they were, and hell, I already have them. We were just talking about it last week, so I mean, I was like, yeah, screw it, I'll just get them. I'll get the name brand for once, But yeah, this is the MoFi that that's similar to what Wes recommended.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably the same design, same
Yeah.
style. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm checking them out now. So that square.
Mhm.
Yep.
And these have like a paper inside of them or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a paper inside here.
It's like a rice paper.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
see that? It's like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huh.
Those are nice sleeves.
these are really nice sleeves.
Mhm.
And God, they're literally just like a buck or two more than the sleeves that we were getting, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and these are actually MoFi. Ooh. I feel like actually getting a name brand of something. I feel like fancy. These are not. You can feel the difference. You really can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really can feel the difference with these sleeves. It's a trip, huh? Now I can clean some more records. But no, I do play them, James. I definitely do play them.
That's good.
Yeah.
They're not just for pretty.
Don't
Although I don't know.
play 'em.
Clear vinyl. Yeah, I mean, there's an argument to be made for getting some of this colored vinyl. It's are you really just getting it for pretty? Kinda. There's a but this is a new pop artist, so it's not like I'm not expecting the world. I'm not expecting super high resolution out of this particular pop artist here.
Mhm.
Stuff like that is probably from a digital file, anyways.
Anyway, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I could save $5-6 on the purchase, then why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
How do you find that stuff? You just go to like Amazon warehouse, search warehouse or something?
I search for the record I want to buy.
Uh-huh.
So inside, let me see here.
There's not a way to browse what they have in the warehouse.
Yeah, you can. You can go to Amazon Warehouse and actually search through what they have. I kind of go to what I want to buy, and then when you see the third-party sellers in there, sometimes I'm looking for that camera actually, and I didn't see it. Although someone is selling that camera for $264 with a lens right now, and shipping it through Amazon, so that you'll have it. Hell, I could have this camera Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? But the Amazon considers itself a third-party seller, Amazon Warehouse, and Man, I've only had one deal so far out of all the Amazon warehouse deals I get. I've only had one that I had to send back because it was legitimately broken. But
I've never seen that before, so I will have to look into that.
yeah, Mark knows I order a lot, so it's
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like going on eBay, or if you know what you want, then then the Amazon deal makes sense. If you have no idea and you're just then you're taking a risk. But if you know what you're looking for,
Yeah.
you gotta frame a reference before you make a decision.
And I'm patient, so you're familiar with this record, so like this particular record, I must have had it in my cart for well over a month. I mean, well over a month. So and I have a habit of going I'll put something in my cart, and then I'm gonna check on that item almost daily to see if there's an Amazon deal on it. And sometimes there is, but it's not that good a deal. So I'll keep waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And when I figure it's enough of a value, then I'll pull the plug on it.
I've gotten a couple like that. I haven't been as diligent about checking out like you do, Joe. But yeah, every once in a while, something in my cart, and I'll just happen to go in and look at it. I was like, hey, look at that. There's it's more than like $1 save. It's a lot of times if see stuff, it's like $1 less or whatever. And it's but if it's $3, $4, $5, and then it's usually enough to make the difference. Make you feel good about it.
Mark knows. Wes, recently I've bought new speakers on there that were fantastic. I bought my new coffee maker that is expensive. I bought that on there, saved almost $200 on the coffee maker. I save money on vinyl regularly. Hell, I've got the new power window motor for my pickup truck, my Chevy.
Mhm.
That's coming this week. I bought that on an Amazon warehouse deal as well. I saved $30 on it. Yeah, and it's an actual AC Delco part. So so I got it for the same price as a brand new Chinese part or Japanese part. You know what I'm saying? So and it's a AC Delco part. So it's it just depends on what you're trying to buy, but they have all kinds of deals. I got my subwoofer, my big 15-inch, one of them, I got on an Amazon warehouse deal as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, sir, do you have any money left?
What's that?
That's right, as a form of exchange.
There's money? People still have money?
You mean the goal isn't as soon as it comes in to spend it all? No.
I thought it was a game, and you're supposed to spend it as fast as possible. No. You know what's kind of cool too? What helps a lot is I use my Amazon card for all my Amazon purchases. So I make money on it as well. So I get my 5% cash back.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a true 5%. And that's the highest cash back on any card that I know of.
Yeah.
5%. It's a true.
You use Amazon for a lot of like your regular everyday items because you do a lot of the subscribe and save. So stuff automatically, gets shipped to you, and it's the price on that stuff is more often than not real competitive with what you're going to get local. Plus, you don't have to go out and find it and buy it. It just shows up, and they'll give you 5% on that stuff too. So.
Yeah, you guys don't want to know, man. I'll give you an idea. In the last 7 days, I've had 12 orders.
Oh man, yeah.
And I've got some coming tomorrow, some coming Tuesday. I order a lot.
Yeah. I probably get 2 to 3 a week. Yeah, probably 2 a week. Between some stuff that we do subscribe and save, and then just miscellaneous little things here and there. But yeah. It's they have a lot of stuff, and if you know what you're looking for, they're not. They used to be the lowest price on everything. They're not the lowest price on everything anymore. But
you have to know how to shop them to get a decent deal.
Yeah. You
sure.
gotta know what you want and know what you're looking for.
There's also a site, and I think Mark turned me on to it first, and then I heard someone else mention it. Camel is a great site.
I use that.
helping you find good deals on what you want to buy on Amazon.
Yeah, gives you an idea. So yeah, so Dennis, when we're looking for that 4x5 streaming add-on, we can look on. You can go to Camel and see when that comes up
Yeah.
on Amazon.
I'll have to get, if I find them, I'll order you one.
Okay.
And when they send you that alert, I mean, you better hit it that minute. I mean, when they send you that alert, you better hit that link, man, because you'll miss it.
Yeah.
We did find the digital 4x5, didn't we? But it was,
Yes.
how much was it? I can't remember now. 40 grand?
Yeah. It
30.
was a lot less than it was a few years ago. Yeah. It's affordable. It's affordable. Depends on what you consider affordable, but
Yeah.
comparatively,
Just
it's
get
better
one of
than
those.
100,000 it was a few years ago.
Get one of those small business loans, man. You can do it.
Yeah, I need a small business grant to buy a 4x5 digital camera.
You need a very specialized webcam to do what you need to do.
Yeah. Because I've got to work from home,
Yep.
Mhm.
Can't be doing no work from home with just some regular DSLR.
I mean, come
you
on.
need a 4x5.
Yep.
You need a large format webcam.
Yeah, what do you think? You expect me to use some Rebel T6? What are you, nuts?
and you're going to need a large format web connection.
Yeah, for that you would. Yeah, you need pretty much just like a direct pipeline into Google for
Yeah,
that.
you have your own pipes put in, yeah.
I got to have a big pipe from my big
Yeah.
black one to plug into there, baby.
Man, that would
Get
be
some of that gigabit fiber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That would suck up a lot of bandwidth. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny is my internet bill is damn near just as high as cable ever was. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
My internet.
I pay 70 just for internet only.
I remember those days.
I pay 70 for internet, and then like 12 for channels, which we're going to get rid of now because when we switched to YouTube TV, we got all the local channels that they didn't used to have it, but they've added on local channels now. So I don't need to get that from Comcast anymore. So that'll pay me like $20.
I won't brag, but I'll just tell you, I can download a 16 gigabyte Blu-ray movie in about 14 minutes.
Wow.
So you have more than 1 gigabit speed? Yeah.
It's fast.
I don't mean to brag, but it's
I don't mean to brag, but
yeah,
Is this fiber, Joe, or is this a satellite download?
it's cable.
Cable? Yeah.
It's Cox cable.
Cox cable.
They actually are pretty darn fast. I don't have the fastest. I can't afford that. I refuse to pay that kind of money.
Yeah,
But I do.
that's business class stuff there. Yeah.
I do pay some damn good cash, but for me, I download so much stuff. I literally download most things that I watch. So I am up against, if I were to go to a lower limit, a lower bandwidth, I get a lower limit that I'm allowed to download every month. And so in order to get that high unlimited limit, I have to have a higher speed.
Yeah.
In other words, pay me more money. You can download more as you want. And so that, it kind of kills two birds because I get the speed plus the higher limit. 'Cause I easily am up against a terabyte a month easily.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm that guy. If you're always wondering who in the hell, Joe, I know at least.
Why would anybody need that much data? How much do you use on your phone? I mean, because you've got the unlimited on your phone. How much data are you streaming through your phone?
Oh man, my phone is nuts. Yeah, what is my phone? Let me see. I can give you. I am way up there on my phone.
And you got grandfathered into that unlimited data.
I still got that too, but it's getting really expensive. They keep jacking it up $5 every year.
Yeah, it is. You're right. You are right. Yeah, because I do keep looking at that.
It's almost $100 a month now.
Yeah, mine's definitely 100 a month. Yeah, I am way up there. Where do I?
Costs a lot to live in a digital age.
Yeah, I definitely use a lot of data.
First world problems, as they say.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, it's definitely a first world. Yeah, it is ridiculous, but yeah, I've got a stack of new vinyl that I need to get to. I've got
I've got to eat some dinner.
4. I've got a bunch of good classic stuff I'm dying to get to. So, yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Good. All right, guys. Well, hey, great show. Everybody stay safe. Dennis, enjoy wandering around your garden for a couple more weeks.
Yeah. I'm on my way around now.
Okay, good.
Only 699 more filters to go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can count them down like bottles.
We want a description of 10 filters a week for the next year and a half until we know every filter.
Yeah, some of those filters they take quite a while to actually activate. 2 or 3 minutes, and then when the picture comes up, I just go, "Oh, that's rubbish."
Yeah. So much stuff. It takes all that computing power to do it, and it ends up not being even worthwhile doing. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to take that.
More when anything has 700 filters. Most of them are just like, well, let's just see if I can make it do this. I mean, there's, it's just more just because you can do it, not necessarily that you want to do it.
Yeah. Have you installed GMIC on your GIMP?
I have.
You have. So that's got about 500 on.
Yeah, and it's been a couple of weeks since I've looked at it, but yeah, I think I could be plenty happy with the 400 or 500 that are on there.
Yeah. I just thought I see the FX Foundry was available. And I'm not sure if it's available for Windows or Apple, but it works fine in the Linux software.
Dennis is like, I'm retired. I got plenty of time. What's another 700 filters among?
Yeah, and I'm learning so much about Linux commands.
Yeah.
Mark, how are you doing with the GIMP?
Okay, I haven't done too much with it in the last month. I mean, I've used it for some basic editing. I'm going to try to sit down this week, and I've got some time this week. I'm going to sit down and go back through some older images and reprocess them. Since I'm out of Adobe, I mean, I got rid of. I'm out of Lightroom now. My subscription stopped last month, so I'm officially out. So I'm going to have to sit down. I'm going to go through some of the. There's some images I know that I want to redo. So I'm going to.
Make you an offer to come back?
What's that?
Did the Creative Cloud make you an offer to come back to them?
They did once, and I just ignored it. Yeah, I haven't seen any. I'm sure they've sent me some emails in the last month, but I haven't seen anything pop up currently.
Right.
So I was paying. What was I paying? $10 a month, and I wasn't really using it. So. I think GIMP will do everything I need it to do. So I just need to play with it. I just need to play with it a little bit more. Yeah. So for the basic stuff I do, it's just it took me a little while to learn it in Lightroom, and then it was almost automatic. And GIMP is going to be the same way. 90% of the time you do the same thing over and over again. So you just need to figure out what that is and how to do it. So yeah. So. All right. Well, that's going to be my goal this week is to try to reprocess an image or two in GIMP because I'm sure as well ain't photographing any new images right now. So I might as well take some old ones and redo them. Put a crazy filter on them and a frame and put Wilbur down in a corner and call it good.
Yeah. Gonna put Wilbur in the shopping cart or something, right?
Yeah, and the moon. Shopping cart, moon, and Wilbur.
You got to put a moon in it, yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Take care. Stay safe.
See ya.
Don't touch anybody. Wear a mask. Wash your hands. All that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Cheers.